I just got off a therapy session, and shout out to my therapist. But the work is hard, y'all. The work is hard. The work is hard. I'm just gonna be honest. The work is hard. But one thing that she said that stuck out to me was that sometimes we think the problem is with us, but not realizing like our reactions are based on what somebody else did to us. So we could be a problem. We could have our own internal battles and struggles and things that we need to work on. No negating that. But at the same time, there are people and things that they do that can trigger our nervous system to react in a way that's not kind, that's not nice, that tends to go to the deep dark side of us. And I've been there. I've been there. Things and stuff I said I'm not even knew I was capable of saying. I'm like, dang. But it's because I was triggered. And I am trying to rewire my nervous system to not react certain ways. So if somebody does something unkind, says something mean, nasty, rude, whatever, to not go back and say something back to them or to do something to them, but to walk away. And it's hard because we live in a world where we have to react. We can't be the bigger person. Like Michelle Obama said, listen, when they go low, we go high. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. You know that thing on social media, people like when they go low, I go to the H word. Listen, sometimes people will play you, and you sometimes feel like you have to go lower than what they did. But excuse me, I'm learning to not stoop to the level of an idiot, and because if I stoop to their level, I'm just an idiot with them, and I don't believe I'm an idiot. I believe I'm too smart. I'm too knowledgeable to be on their level. So I encourage you to take the time to do the hard work. Like, this is my lifeline. Like I when I know it's a season or it's a day or it's a week where I'm really struggling, whatever that may be mentally, I have to keep this with me. And when I don't have it, what I do is I go on my phone and I type. So it's some notes in my phone, but this is where it's I have to, if or else, you know. And I have to be intentional because the work is hard. It takes so much. Now that I know better, now that I know what I'm supposed to do and not supposed to do, it's hard to do the right thing sometimes when people are constantly pushing you to do the thing that you don't want to do. You know what I mean? When somebody's constantly toying with you, they're constantly playing on your emotions. They're playing on the things that you have experienced in life, and you want to do what you should do, but you have to make a conscious decision to stop, pause, reflect, and choose another choice. And it takes words. I don't get it right. I'm probably at a 50% rate right now, if that, maybe 40. So it's work, but I do see that I am getting better. So where, in instance, people would insult me, throw insults, whatever, name calling, whatever. Instead of going back and saying the same thing or saying worse or whatever, I don't say anything. I don't throw insults back. I say, hey, listen, if that's how you feel, I know who I am. I know who I am. So when it all said and done, when the fat lady sings, when the fourth quarter's over, when the last play has been played, there's going to come a day and a time where you sit down and you think about the things that you did to me. There's going to come a day when people sit down and think about what they said, what they did, how they responded to me, how they made me feel, and they're going to ask God for forgiveness because he don't play. He don't play about me, and I know that. My life is blessed and highly favored, and it's because I choose to live a different life than most people my age. It's like at almost 30. There's so much I could do that I've never done, that I won't do, because I know that I have something to do for God, and I can't get sidetracked living for man and pleasing man and doing what they want me to do, what society says I should do. Can't do it. Can't do it. So when you are called, when you are somebody that's different, you can't get caught up in the other things of what people want you to do. You can't get caught up in that. So at this age, this date, this time, I'm choosing to do the work because I know I'm not where I was in 2022 when I started therapy. I'm not where I was last year. Like, I may feel like I'm repeating some of the same cycles and going back to the same people and doing the same thing, but I know that every time I go back or I revert back or whatever, it comes back around, I'm doing something different this time. And that to me is growth. I'm changing. I'm not all the way there. I'm nowhere near perfect. There are things that I have to continue to work on that I can do better at, but I know I'm nowhere where I used to be. And I'm grateful for that. I implore you all to do the work. Like, if you haven't gotten a therapy, I recommend you go in therapy. And don't let anybody make you feel bad about being in therapy. Like, I used to be like, I don't want to say anything. Like, I don't care. Whatever you think you know about my therapy or whatever, go right ahead. Think that. Because I know where I'm at. And I know what I struggle with and I know what I don't struggle with. So there are people right now that cannot seem to lay off the alcohol. I don't struggle with alcohol. There are people that can't stop having adult activities. I don't struggle with that. There are people that can't stop doing drugs. I don't do drugs. Like, I don't have those struggles. I don't do any of that stuff. So my struggles aren't your struggles, and your struggles aren't mine. So we all got our thing. So yours not better than mine not better than yours. But I will say, the things that I've had to overcome that I've worked through, far easier, I believe, than the addiction of substance or alcohol or something of the sort. Because it's just work. It's just talking it through, as opposed to an action of something that you may be addicted to. Figure it out. Some of you, you're wondering why you can't change your life, why your life is not progressing. It's because you're addicted to weed. It's time to let go of the weed. If you're looking for a sign, this is the sign. God has brought me here today, on this day in March, to tell you to put down the blunt, okay? Put down a bottle of alcohol. Alcohol is for some of y'all. Put it down. Stop sleeping around. Some of y'all, you got vices because you just can't stop sleeping around. Stop sleeping around. Stop cursing. Stop lying. Stop cheating. Stop deceiving. And watch what happens when your life changes. When God comes through and does the thing that you didn't even think was possible. But it starts with you doing the work. And I'm doing the work. And it's hard. And I try to be as transparent as possible that I feel comfortable being with. And even, with certain people, I've shared more than I get on here and share. And it hasn't always been met with acceptance. But I know that what God is doing in me, it is something that other people have to see. So in our confession at my church back home, one thing we say in our confession is that, and others, and part of it says, and others will see the manifestation of my faith because God has blessed me and brought me into my wealthy place. So there's going to come a day where people are not going to understand how you got where you are, how you overcame the stuff that you used to struggle with. But you're going to be able to say, it was the manifestation of my faith. It's because I believed I could change. It's because I believed that I could get over this. It's because I believe that my attachment style did not have me. Some of us, we think that our attachment style is going to keep us bound forever. That's a lie from the pit. Your attachment style is just what it is. But if you want to work towards being secure, if it's unhealthy, you can get there. So I'm never going to stop working to be a secure attachment. And what I found is also sometimes our attachment style changes based on who we associate ourselves with. I want to be secure. I want to be freed. I want to be set free, redeemed, restored, resurrected, all the things with the R's. And I know it'll happen if I trust God. So Keep doing the work, y'all. It's going to not always look linear. You're not going to have that increase, right? But it may go up, may go down. You may be all over the place. But at some point, so you got to believe that it's turning around for you. And it will be turning around for you. I'm going to leave it here. As always, stay grateful, stay faithful, stay consistent. Peace.